Mine to you, Malta. What do you want, cum blown in your eyes?
Yes.
I look like a beauty blender.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Rob Pop YouTube channel, your #1 pit stop for all things Eurovision this year. And it is April, which means we have reached that time where I run down my top 10 favourite entries of the year. And just like last year, I am brought along with some amazing company, my boyfriend, Patrick.
That's right, I'm back. I've had a fresh hair transplant and I'm back with more opinions. Hopefully they differ a lot because I feel like this year it's anyone's game.
Yeah.
There's no clear winner.
This year I'm seeing like a lot of differences of opinion in the fandom, and honestly this video is a lot more fun if we don't agree with everything, so very interested to hear what your top 10 are. We do live together now, so that means the Alexa has been pumping out Eurovision songs.
We know what each other's been
months.
listening to.
Yeah.
We're on the sofa watching YouTube late at night, watched all the music videos.
This is solely our top 10. This is not a prediction of what we think the top 10 is going to be. This is just our opinions.
It's personal taste, but I think it is also who we think deserves to win. So if you're in my top 5, it's not just because I think you're camp and I like your song, it's also because I think you're a deserved winner. Is that the same for you? Or
For me, it's purely just based on what I love. I don't want to be trying to be influenced by too many outside factors. This is very simply my top 10 favourite songs, the ones that I love, regardless of whether I think they'll make the final or do well. That's kind of what I'm basing things off. But hey, if we've got our own measurements, then even better. But before we do begin the countdown, it would be amazing to remind you to subscribe to this channel. I'm getting ever closer to the 1,000 subscriber mark, and it would be amazing if I could reach that before we hit Basel in May. So if you enjoyed this video or any of the other reaction videos that I've been putting out since January, make sure to give this channel a subscribe, hit the like button on this video, and hit the bell if you want notifications every time I upload a video. Do it for Pat Pop or do it for Rob Pop. We don't care.
to Eurovision 2025.
To Eurovision 2025, I quite agree. So we'll start off with your number 10, your 10th favourite song of Eurovision 2025. What is it?
España.
España, esa diva.
I have mixed feelings about this entry. Esa Diva by Melody. It's a hoot, it's enjoyable. I think it belongs in my top 10, but only just because Spain has sent stronger entries. Last year for me was stronger, going for a similar diva moment, but for me it, not just compared to Spain itself, but compared to the other female competitors this year with similar messages, doesn't quite cut through for me, but she gave us some entertaining moments. Who can forget
The iconic ponytail whip.
And I've been around the house singing Diva, 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 Diva.
Yeah, I think we've played this song quite a lot, haven't we? So I'm not surprised to hear this in your top 10. This is a catchy pop song. Spain really have done it again in that way. This isn't quite in my top 10, but yeah. I do think people are being too harsh on this. I feel like a lot of people are slamming this, and I think that's partly just because Spain have been so strong in the last 3 years. I think when I did my ranking, I think this came like number 14 for me the other day, so not far off. I will still be bopping. I'm sure I'll still be screaming when she whips that ponytail in Switzerland, so.
And the staging could change, I'm sure that'll enhance it. She can
yeah.
dance, she can perform, she can
Killer.
sing, so
Killer.
I think we'll be entertained no matter what happens. And your number 10, Rob?
My number 10 is a reverse of last year. My favourite last year was Nemo's The Code from Switzerland, and this year my number 10 is Zoe May's Voyage from Switzerland. Completely different vibe, not one that I think you're completely in love with.
It doesn't appear in my top 10. I heard it and went, yeah, it's good, but it's just not my cup of tea. I'm not really about a piano ballad. And I think she was great. The song grabbed you. I can see you responded in quite an emotional way. You said it brought a tear to your eye. And you know, I'm sure many people enjoy it.
I just think it's such a sweet moment. I feel like I'm not one to often put ballads in my top 10, but I feel like often I respond to them when they almost make me, my hair's kind of stand on end. It doesn't have to be a belted voice. Sometimes it's just kind of like a sweetness and that kind of almost like Disney feeling that kind of just feels really magical, and that's what this song feels like to me. I think it's just so beautiful in an understated way. It doesn't shout for your attention, but the melody's really gorgeous. The soft subtlety of Zoe's voice is stunning. I just really think this is a great host entry. It's nothing like Nemo last year. And if this was me as a Swiss person going to see maybe Eurovision for the first time the way we did in Liverpool, I remember how feral we went when I Wrote a Song came on. I think this would make me cry if I was like seeing Eurovision for the first time in Switzerland. It's just so like beautiful in its storytelling, and that's what makes me love this song so much. I'm gonna pass the baton back to you now. What is your numero 9?
Bitch, you better be joking.
Numero 9. Is that Spanish? I don't know. What's your number 9?
My number 9, and I'm sorry guys, sorry to everyone in Latvia, but I'm gonna have to read it because I don't want to mispronounce it. Berman Lomi by Tortomatas.
Tortomatas? Yeah, I think you've pretty much got that.
It was pretty, it's catchy. We've had a few entrants like this. 5 women, is it?
5? Maybe
5 or
6?
6? 5 or 6? Yeah, I think it's 6. I think they've used that whole allotted numbers. A band of women singing something quite folksy. I think the way they put their stamp on that format, very ethereal. I love that word, ethereal. Fairies in the forest. Love it, it's fun, it's cute, it's catchy. Not my absolute favourite, but I think I will really enjoy seeing it live. It's going to be fun. And I can't wait to see what it looks like on that stage in Switzerland.
Yeah, it's got very good live appeal. This is another one that I really like. I think this was number 15 when I did my rank yesterday, so you're picking a lot of songs that were just like on the outskirts of my top 10, so we're not differing too much in opinion. I think as a performance, this is so captivating. I don't find myself going back to listen to the song without the performance as much, but I mean, this is a stage show, so it's going to be very impressive at Eurovision.
The reason it made it to my top 10 is because I know when I hear it performed live a couple of times, as I'm sure we will, I think it will qualify for the final. When I've heard it a few times, I know it's going to be catchy and I know it's one we'll look back on. That's why it made it into my top 10, whereas things that haven't made it into my top 10 might be more forgettable, they're not going to make it into my playlist. So that's why it's in my top 10, even though it's not winning material for me. It's definitely one I'll listen back to, and I think you'll change your opinion on that.
Oh, well, I really like the song. I mean, if you watch my reaction video, I actually really do like the song and I really like the performance. So this isn't far off my top 10, and this is one of my favourite Latvian entries in a long while. We should move on, which does take me to my number 9. And at my number 9, Nerf, I am going to take us up into space for a little bit of a party with Ireland. I don't think this is going to be a widely popular choice.
It does not make it into my list.
Shock.
It raises so many questions, but you know what? It is one that we will look back on. Please, RTE, give the girl a budget. She needs to take off that tinfoil jacket. That outfit needs to go in the bin.
Yeah, we're going to ignore the Eurosong staging because we obviously saw from Bambi Fug last year that that's not the best
Two
thing to
different
go off.
worlds, yeah.
2 different worlds. I'm purely going off song, and I know this is a wild card that a lot of people won't have in their top 10. This is cheesy, this is tacky, it's very, very 90s, Venga Boys, Aquaties, but it is so catchy, and from the very first listen, I had this stuck in my head, and I am still bum bum, bum 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 in the kitchen while I'm doing the pots. I think this is so fun, so catchy. Love the whole vibe of this, whether it qualifies or not. What have you got to say? I can see you.
We will be dancing to it in Europe.
We will.
I think it's just, if you asked me to write a nondescript Eurovision song that any country could have entered, it would be this. And there's the proof. She's not Irish. One of the songwriters is Irish. She could have entered any selection and maybe it only got through because it was Ireland.
Well, quite possibly. I do believe this was rejected from Norway's selection, which is how it found its way to Ireland in the first place. But Ireland are here, Norway aren't, so that's all that matters to me. The comments down below love to say, I know they said last year, they're like, oh, just another load of gays picking all the girl bots. And you know what? You're right. This is a girl bot. I am gay. I have a tacky taste. And what? That is it. This is a bot. This is a bot.
I am entertained by it, so I need
This is a
to,
bot.
yeah, I need to just accept that some people will enjoy it. Yeah.
And some people have tacky taste.
And
that's
I
what it is
will enjoy it. And rest assured that there are more tacky tinfoil outfits to come.
And I don't doubt it, but that takes us from Dead Dogs in the Sky to your number 8. What comes next?
My number 8, what could it be?
I don't know.
Mi amore, mi amore.
No, I refuse.
Espresso macchiato, 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 por favore.
I take back anything I had to say where I apologise for my taste, because
I think this song has a special place in my heart because it was one of the first songs to leak. So I had it in my head well before I knew what any of the songs this year were. I wasn't fully sold on the staging during the national finals. I didn't get why the security guards were there. I thought he sounded about out of breath. Obviously he's gonna work on that. He's gonna get that performance down. I think it could be elevated. I think it could be more cohesive, but as a song, it's catchy.
it's not for me. Certainly the song that you've given so far have been close to my top 10. I think this is in my bottom 10. I have tried with this song, but I just find it a bit too try hard. I think songs,
I think that's the word.
songs that want to be funny so desperately, like this, sometimes I'm just a bit like, oh, but where are the jokes? Like, other than playing off Italian stereotypes, like, is this a good song? Is this well produced? Is it well written? Is it particularly funny? Is it well staged? For me, it's none of those things. So I have no passion for this, but obviously it's doing well in the odds. It's got fans somewhere. You're one of them.
You know what? Your questions are valid.
But you like it.
I've
and that's
got
fine.
no rebuttal to that.
But it's fine that you like it. And
I like it enough to be my number 7.
number 8.
Number 8, yeah. So I like the next 7 a lot more. I think there's a big gap between my top 7 and the rest.
Yeah.
I did have to sort of reach for filler.
I mean, what's great about this is so far you have listed 3 songs that I do not have in my top 10, which is always fun for variation.
Should we make this a top 7 video next year?
I mean, I'm just hoping that we prefer Eurovision 2026 a bit more than we prefer this year, but hey, who knows? And I think it's possible that my number 8 doesn't feature with you either, so we just get to talk about more songs this way. I'm going for number 8, a song which could very well win. This is Austria and Wasted Love by JJ. I don't think I listen to this as much as the rest of my top 10, but when I play it, it's so impressive that I couldn't not put it in my top 10, and I just know when we are there in Switzerland, this is going to be one of the biggest wow moments. So is it the song that I'm going to play the most? No. But is it one of the biggest wow moments, the most impressive, the ones that really make me go, wow, my hairs are standing on end? Yes, it is. JJ is amazing. The drama in this song is amazing. The vocals are amazing. I love where it goes at the end with sort of like the dancier breakdown. And I really think it could win. I think it could go all the way.
My gut isn't telling me that it's a winner, but I think it will do quite well.
Is this in your top 10?
No, it is not.
But you do like this song. You respect this song.
I don't object to the song.
Fair. I think you will appreciate it more live, and I think I also will.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said that your top 7 was kind of like far apart from the rest of your list. So now I feel like we're about to get into the song that you love, the real meat to the bones. So, what is your number 7?
My number 7 is Germany. Baller. Baller?
Bala? Yeah.
By Abby and Tina.
Abor and Tina.
Tina and Abby.
You are trying to make them sound like Adlisa from X.
It's a good song, it's a bop. It's not giving Charlie XCX, but it's giving electronic. It's giving techno.
Yeah, it is giving all of those things.
Yeah, I'm obviously a dance music connoisseur with those. With this
You're so cool and hip and up and down with the
yeah,
kids.
I could see this in one of those raves. I really enjoyed it. It's current. It's
Very
current. We've had this discussion. We think it's more streamable than performable. So I could definitely hear it. I can hear it on the radio. I could hear it on a Spotify playlist. But I want a bit more to the performance. But Understated does work, especially for electronic music. Like, sorry to go back to Charlie XCX again, but when I went to see her arena show, it was just her and a mic, the odd prop, no dancers. So yes, the song is strong enough just to perform that own, but I'm interested to see what they do with it, if anything.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting song, really stands out, definitely is current. I'm going to keep my mouth shut on saying it too much more about that, because it is the first song that we do snap on, we both have in our top 10, but it's not my number 7, so I'll save my feelings for later.
Higher.
It is higher for me. I am a Germany fan this year. I am part of the Baller Nation, I don't know.
Are they saying that?
Oh, I am. I don't know.
No one says that, but yes.
So we'll reserve your judgment on that song for later because we now know that it appears. What's your next song? What number are we on?
We're number 7.
We're on number 7.
We're up to number 7 now, and for me, we're sticking with the big 5, but we're going to another ballad for me. Apparently this year, I'm in my French ballad era because this is France at number 7. Luan's Mama. For similar reasons to Switzerland, I find this absolutely stunning. I think that Luan performs it with just the right amount of sort of control. She doesn't go over the top on a lot of the song, but I think it really allows you, regardless of whether you speak French or not, to connect with the emotion of it, because it's so obvious to me that this is something that means something to Luan. It's not just a song that's gone through the Eurovision writing counts and machines. This has come from Luan's head, Luan's pen. Again, another one that genuinely makes me feel emotion, and France have really captured that recently. I didn't necessarily get Mon Amour completely until we saw it live, but I think when we saw Slimane live, it was so impressive. I think it helps that the performance that we got for Maman was at the Six Nations, so I've seen what she can do live, and it means that I already know she's going to absolutely kill it with all of the emotion that is just dripping from this song.
Not in my top 10.
Okay.
I don't love the ballad, as we know, but
You can.
she is an amazing vocalist. You can feel the emotion, I agree. For me, it just didn't quite stick with me, and that's fine. But no matter what I think, this song isn't going anywhere. You can tell that France want to win now.
For sure.
You can tell she's
100.
got a budget behind her. That rugby stadium performance was very visually arresting. She was up on not a podium, it was more of a
She
swing.
was sort of hanging from something.
And obviously, the Eurovision stage is a completely different format to
It
that,
is.
so we don't know what's coming, but we know she's got cash behind her.
But we also know that she doesn't need to do too
She doesn't
much.
need to, no.
Like, I mean, as much as that was impressive that she was suspended, there wasn't a lot else going on.
No.
She is the selling point of this song.
Yeah,
She
it was not
super-
distracting, that staging either, so I assume whatever they do in future will also not be distracting from the song.
Wonderful. I'm super passionate about this, but moving on to another one that maybe you feel more passionate about. We're getting closer to your top 5, but not before we find out what is your number 6.
What is my number 6? Well,
Good question.
I'm gonna give you a clue.
That's why I asked you.
I'm gonna give you a clue.
Where is he going? Where are you going?
2 hours later.
I mean, you've got the tinfoil, but I know that it's not Ireland, so give us a clue. Is it Greece?
No.
What is it?
It's Vibe.
Oh, I didn't see
Iceland.
that coming.
Oh, the boys! I wasn't expecting that at all.
I told this man that I didn't like the song. I was prepared to forget about it. I took one look at the performance, didn't care, but for me, normally I prefer a song on the second listen, and I've had it in my head constantly.
True.
Vibe aren't someone I would go and listen to, but you just can't argue with what a catchy song it is, what a fun performance it is. I found the music video really fun. I found now going back to the national final performance, I find that really fun, and I think they'll go bigger.
I'm surprised to hear this is in your top 10 because I've not heard you talk about it, but I think this song is underappreciated. I don't know where it is for me, but it probably is like, I think top 20 for me, but it is catchy. Whenever I play it, I do have it stuck in my head, so maybe I'm also underappreciating it, but I agree with you, it's one of the most immediately catchy songs of the year.
What's that genre you said that it is? It's big in Scandinavia.
It's called like EPA dunk or epidunk. I'm not sure, but I know that this is quite a popular sound in like the Nordic and Scandinavian regions.
Yeah, and it's not something I knew that Iceland had to offer either.
Yeah.
It's got that sort of sea shanty vibe.
It is quite
well,
sea shanty actually. So is San Marino's song this year actually. They're both a bit sea shanty, but I do prefer Iceland's, I must admit.
Rob, what's your number 6?
I think I may be about to break your heart if I know you well, because my number 6 is Justyna of Poland. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything because, well, I actually don't know your top 10, but I know that you were a big Justyna fan. And
It does appear
honestly,
in my top 10.
So am I.
And I'll tell you now, it appears a lot higher.
I believe it does. But the way that you said your top 7 is like quite far apart from the rest. I've loved all the songs I've mentioned so far, my 7, 8, 9 and 10, but my top 6 are the ones that I've had on repeat, the ones that I'm like obsessed with. So we have reached the obsession point. Justyna is an immediate Eurovision icon. I know that she's represented Poland before, but a modern 2025 icon for sure. I know that the performance we're gonna get is gonna be iconic. The song gives you everything you could want from like Euroslana of 2004. It gives you 2000s Eurovision whilst also giving you 2020. It's odd, it keeps you on your toes, but Justyna is delivering with energy for the full 3 minutes. And when I think about some of the songs that I'm most excited for seeing in Switzerland, this is definitely towards the top because Justyna's a firecracker and she's gonna kill it live. This is great.
I won't tell you what I think about the song just now because it does appear again.
Yeah.
But I will say, Justyna, what a beautiful woman. Like,
oh my god, yeah.
She's 50 something. Look at the
50,
state of her. Like, she is gorgeous.
That's a compliment.
Whatever she has put in on that mug, I want a jar of it.
Which is stunning. Possibly one of the most stunning we've got in this entire year. Okay, deep breaths now. We have reached the upper echelons of our Eurovision 2025 through our eyes. We're at the top 5. What is your number 5?
So we're beginning my top 5 with Claudia, Greece,
I expected that.
Asta Amata. I watched it the first time and I thought it was a solid ballad. I say ballad for any I just use the word ballad and I mean a slow song.
Yeah.
And I really respect Claudia. She's only 22 and she's got wisdom in her soul. You can hear the pain and suffering in that she draws from her heritage. She is singing about her Pontic Greek heritage, but it is actually a universal song about any refugee, any people that have had to leave their homeland. My little star eyes, learn for me to catch you. My forgotten wings can rest at last. Oh my star, my treasure. It's about, actually, I looked this up, it's about the bond between a mother and their lost child. And you can just hear the emotion. I don't speak Greek, but I felt the pain and sorrow. But also it is also a triumphant song. It is big. Anthemic is the word you so often use.
I do.
And I can imagine a dance remix of this.
Yeah, it's not just a ballad, is it? It breaks out of that in the latter
Yeah.
half of the song. It builds into something that feels a lot more sort of experimental than just being about a ballad. And that is what I find interesting about this as well. Didn't quite make my top 10. Actually, my number 11, the last one that I cut from this list. But the way that I felt about France is kind of how you feel about this in a way. This is the one that pulls on your heartstrings the most, and I get why for sure.
Rob,
Mm-hmm.
Robbie Dearest,
Mm-hmm.
what is your number 5?
So number 5 is my experimental moment, but I guess not too left field because it is one that the fandom absolutely loves. This is Albania. This is Shkodra Elektronik, I believe, and the song is J'aime. I think this was either the first or the second song that I heard of this whole year, and it has stood up so well with everything that has come since. There is still nothing that sounds like this at all. We are used to Albania bringing us their culture, and sometimes it can be in a way that's divisive or maybe hard to access. if maybe you're not an English speaker or it's just not the strongest song, but I feel like this is one of the best they've ever done at combining all of the things that I like about Albania entries into one product that just feels completely realised. I think that the female performer in this song is so captivating. She draws me in the same way that like the lead singer of Go A did for Ukraine many years ago. She's got that like steel in her eyes, but then she breaks and she starts to dance and there's so much fun there. And I know that people criticise the male, they don't love that part. I disagree. I love that he's just kind of stony and that things take like a darker edge when it reaches him. This song has just so many different elements to it that capture you. I think it's such quality. I feel like it just kind of encompasses everything that you could want from like a Balkan entry into something that feels like it's rooted in 2025, but it doesn't lose any of its culture or individuality.
It's not in my top 10, but you've sold me. I want to buy into the hype now. Now I've heard all that. I've heard it a couple times. I liked it, nothing against it. But you know what? I think it will really make an impact on me when I watch it live.
I think you'll get it. I think you will get it. I think if you love Greece,
I'm ready.
You'll get it.
I'm ready to.
This will click. Okay, let's keep moving on thick and fast. We're getting closer to the top now. What is your number 4?
Well, I'll give you a hint. This is the last time a male artist appears. Can you guess who my top male artist is?
I've got a feeling we're going to be making milkshakes.
I know you want to taste. We've got Gojo.
Gojo.
Get out right now.
Well, if that was what he was called.
No, Gojo.
Yes.
From Australia, Milkshake Man. It took me 2 listens as it does in most songs, but I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed that psychedelic vibe. There's that little breakdown at the end. It took me on a journey. You wouldn't kick him out of bed, would you?
Well,
I didn't look at him and think, "Whoa," but you know what? I do want to taste.
He's a milkshake man.
This is disgusting.
He's got the look. He looks like a pop star.
Sounds like a
pop star. And it's, I think it doesn't sound like anything else in the competition. It does sound up to date, and you know it's going to be fun. You know it's going to be a good time. What do you think about it? Is it in your top 10?
It's not, no. I agree with you. I know it's going to be a fun moment at Eurovision. It's kickstarting semi-final 2, which we're going to see live, so that's going to be a really fun intro to the semi-final. I think this could be my Bambi Fug of the year, where like I'm on the brink of loving it or liking it now. But like there's something stopping me, and I think it's the lyrics for me, or like the delivery of the lyrics, like the character that he's playing in this I find a little bit creepy. But I think if they go all in on the psychedelia and the crazy, which I feel like they might, and that's probably why it's opening the show, then I think this could be one that I see live and I'm like, okay, I get this now. There's just something stopping me.
I don't quite see it winning, but I think he is a bit of a dark horse. I think it will rank a lot higher than you expect.
Yeah.
It's just a well-written song. To me, it's very much, it's like night and day version of Erika Vikman, the male versus the female exploration of sexuality. So you love that.
I'm being hypocritical, I suppose.
Yeah. Like, it's 2 sides to the same coin.
Maybe I just hate men.
Well, yes.
What's your number 4?
What is my number 4? Well, it is the first occasion of an entry that you have already spoken about. I did say it was going to feature later, and we have reached Baller Nation, as I put it. I don't think that's a thing. It's Germany.
Oh my god, it's Germany.
Oh my god, it is Germany. If you were to watch my reaction video for this, you would not have thought this would end up top 10 for me. There are songs that I have like raved about in the first reaction and they're not in this top 10. Whereas Germany, I was like, oh, I like the song, it's a vibe, but something's not getting there for me. It took me to actually stream it and play it on our car speakers, and the bass on this absolutely goes through you. It is just such a fun, not typically Eurovision song. I feel like usually dance songs don't approach dance in this way. They usually go for a kind of like, you know, your Calvin Harris, David Guetta, Avicii, kind of like really commercial EDM as you put it. But this does have that kind of like, you would hear it in a basement rave kind of vibe to it, right down to the performer. I know that people have criticised the performer's vocals and they weren't the strongest in the live performance, but I kind of love that like effortless, as you said, Charlie XCX, that kind of like, I'm just going to throw on a vest, I'm just going to wear my hair down, I'm just going to sort of sing to the camera, that kind of...
She's not performing this at Eurovision, she's performing this at Berghain at 8 AM the next morning.
Yeah,
you know,
but
that's where she's taking us.
I love that about this. I feel like I always respect entries that I'm kind of like, this wasn't just written for Eurovision. And the fact that this is part of an album that they've already put out in Germany tells me that this album was written for them to release it, and they probably just picked one song off it for Eurovision rather than like, let me sit down and write a 3-minute song for Eurovision, and it shows.
And that's what we want.
I agree.
We want credible artists.
For sure.
Being able to access Eurovision and not worrying about how it affects their careers.
Agreed. I wouldn't be surprised if this didn't do great at all, but this will be one of those songs of the year that, I mean, We Will Rave came like bottom 3 last year, and it's my most played song of the year. We both love it. Not every song that is a smash at Eurovision is a smash when I play it on the Alexa. So I'm going to enjoy this at Euroclub, I'm going to enjoy this for the next year. I think this is underappreciated, underrated, and very worthy of a number 4 spot in my rankings. My top big 5 song of the year, actually. I don't want stains on my top. Right, we are moving on to the top 3 now. This is the best of the best.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Not only you and me.
180 degrees. What is your number 3? What is your number 3?
Well, just before we get on to my top 3, I would like to say that I think we will share 2 of the top 3 now.
Yeah, we've had a lot more differences this year than
You
before.
can probably guess where they rank. My top 3, drum roll please.
Get your disco balls ever ready.
It's Erica Bigman. Once upon a time, earlier in the year, Bleak Cold January, it was my number 1, but it has moved down the rankings as more cuntier material has revealed itself. You gotta love Erica. What a battle axe of a woman. I love that music video before UMK.
Oh yeah, the actual music video itself.
Iconic. That's the thing, I wanted more liquid, because in that video she was surrounded by flowing cum, shall we say. There was not a drop of anything on the actual live stage.
I don't know if they're allowed.
Maybe no liquids are allowed at Eurovision, but you know, last year, Denmark, there was literal sand on the stage. I know because it got blown into my eye when they went along with the leaf blower at the end. Her sand was in my eye.
Yeah, that's not advised.
If they're allowed sand, which flows, weren't they allowed liquid?
What do you want, cum blown in your eyes?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you not be gay for 5 minutes?
I think it's an amazing song, very well written. She has had this in her for a long time. This is her moment. I know that she's gonna kill it. She ate on that stage. I loved the performance. I just wanted a little bit more. I wanted a little bit more sex, and I wanted a little bit more props.
Okay.
I wanted more props.
But
I don't think it will be exactly the same performance in the semi-finals as it was for UMK.
It is still to come for me, so I will still to come.
So you will hold your tongue.
I will hold my tongue for now. We are moving on now to my 3rd place, my bronze medal. And I can confirm that we are absolutely serving bronze medalists to Malta. As I said, we got told off in our 2024 video that we were just full of gays loving girl bops, and that is no different this year. Mariana Conte is absolutely one of the best of them. I would say Mariana Conte may even be the queen of Eurovision 2025. Those TikToks, Diva Down, have been keeping us absolutely fed.
I look like a beauty blender.
We may not be able to say the word can't. The song is now called Serving. This is just everything that Eurovision is about. We love a talking point, and this has already made it to like news night and question time in the UK. It's such a talking point. Is it a bit stupid? Yes. Would I love this song as much if the chorus wasn't talking about serving whatever? Maybe not. But it is. We live in the world where that is what's happening. We also live in the world where Mariana Conte is such a watchable performer. The exercise balls, the face, the leopard print, the ugly green outfits. Mariana is serving everything I want to see from a female Eurovision icon.
And I'm going to stop you right there because she's my number 2.
Well,
which is a surprise.
Let's share the space.
Because I did allude to cuntier performances coming along and changing my judgment. Because Erica was initially my favourite. It Come is stronger musically than this song, but I buy into everything that Mariana is selling us. The innuendo and the commitment to the lie. It's about
singing. It's about singing in Maltese.
I said that everyone's talking about Erica, but really more people are talking about Mariana, and there will be for years to come.
Yeah.
She has a following instantly. She's performing at
Mighty Hoopla Malta.
Did you not? We don't need to mention that.
Mighty Hoopla Malta.
I can see her being booked for Prides. I can see her being a spokeswoman for Eurovision for years to come. And has she lowered the tone? Yes. But there's only so many things you can do. It starts becoming insanely. This is something I have not seen before. And I don't think the fact that it's been censored will harm our chances at all, because we're all going to be singing it, everyone's going to be singing it at home. I don't care what new applause blocking technology they're going to try out this year, you'll still be able to hear it. And I will be screaming louder than anyone.
Look, Eurovision is different things to different people. So for some people, it's about like your emotional moment. Some people will love Italy and Ukraine, which haven't been included here. I know they are a lot of people's favourites. We love the fun. I think what drew me to Eurovision in the first place was the camp and the fun. Your Helena Paparizou, your Verka Serduchkas, back in the day, your Dancing Lesha Tumbas, which are still performed to this day. And this encompasses all of the fun that you want Eurovision to be. It's silly, it's stupid, but ultimately it is a catchy pop song. We're big Mariana fans in both of our top 3s, which is really just a testament to, if you're a pop lover, you're probably going to like this song. So we've heard your number 2, so I will fast track up to myself for my number 2, which is a song that hasn't actually appeared for you, which I'm actually quite surprised by.
Can I guess?
Go for it.
I can't guess.
It's Sweden with
I should have guessed.
Kai's Barabada Bastu. Now, this is the favourite to win. We could be going back to Sweden, and there is a reason why it is a favourite to win. I've just told you, with Miss Mariana Conte, that I love Eurovision for the fun, but only if the fun comes with a really good song. And if you ask me, this is the catchiest song of the year. It is so infectious. The performance is exquisite. They deliver it with everything that this song would need. It's not overcooked. They're not going for the typical Swedish light show where everything looks like a music video. It's kitsch, it's campy. It is a little bit novelty, but not at the expense of it being a really, really good pop song. I think this is the public vote winner of the year. This is the Rimtin Tagidim of the year, that the whole crowd will be chanting Barabada Bastu back to them on stage. It really just is the feel-good moment of the year that you just can't deny, in my opinion. Clearly you can somewhat deny it because it's not in your top 10, but
why isn't it on my top 10? I don't know. Like, I have been known to frequent a sauna.
Wow.
It's fun. I don't think it's a bad song. It's not a bad song. It's just, I didn't quite see it. I didn't quite see Rimtin Tagidim last year. I wasn't against the song, but it just wasn't my favourite. But I don't always go with what the popular vote.
No, you don't. Which I love about you.
And I do love the performance. Like,
yes.
It was something I've not seen before. They brought the sauna to the stage, quite literally, and that will be fun to watch.
It's just so perfectly done.
It might be my number 11, my number 12.
If this wins and we end up going back to Sweden, Who could be mad at that? Because this is
My bank balance.
well,
Because
no worse
what
than
an expensive
Switzerland.
country.
Well, Switzerland's bloody worse. We're already broke and we haven't even touched down in Basel yet. So, but yeah, Bada Stu. My number 2 of the year. I'm here for it winning, to be honest.
Are you ready?
I'm born ready.
Reveal.
We are officially at the number 1 spot for Mud and Pat Pop. So, in case you haven't worked it out already, what is your number 1?
Let's play a game. I'm gonna give you one dance move. My favourite dance move from that performance. Can you guess?
I'm going to assume it's Poland.
It's Poland, it's Gaia by Justina. What a song, what a performance. It gives you everything. Crazy dance moves, sexy costumes, sexy performers, vocals, guttural screams, that bit of witchiness that propelled Bambi Thug to the left-hand side of the board. Acrobatics. It's like she went into hiding for 20 years, came back out, and she was working on this the whole time. And she served it up for us, and I want more. I loved it. It takes me back to Eurovision days of old. It gives me a bit of nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's current, but it's a little bit of a turn from what we've come to expect our winners to be in the past few years. And I'm talking about it as if it's a winner because it's my winner. It probably isn't going to win, but
Imagine.
I think it could maybe change the course a little bit of what people are sending. Everyone will like it.
Everyone will like it. You heard
And
it
you
here
better
first.
vote for
You
My
better,
Lady.
you better vote for Poland. They've buried her in the death spot of second, but she'll make it out because she's an icon.
She'll put a hex on us.
That does bring me to my number 1 spot, and I don't think there'll be many drum rolls to come for that either, but just in case you haven't guessed, I'm coming. Number 1 is Erika Wittman, Ich komme from Finland. From the minute I heard this song, I knew it was going to take something very, very special to knock it off. If you want to check out my video for this, the very first time I heard it when I was listening to the UMK entries, I was open mouthed for most of it, but I was so excited by every turn that it took me. Talk about using all 3 minutes to your benefit. From the very first second to the very last second, this song gives you absolutely everything. And I think that the fandom got very excited by this song, and they've since been given quite a few more shiny new toys to play with, and they maybe have forgotten about this song. But I genuinely think that when the rehearsals come out for what she's going to bring to the stage in Switzerland, Finland are going to go riding back in those odds. Everyone's going to be sharing this and talking about what a Queen Erika is, because when we're talking professionalism, Erika just feels like she's already been like a huge star.
She's got it in spades though.
In spade loads.
Like
The
crap.
stage presence is off the chain. She absolutely stomps that stage with the hardest of Dom energy. And even if they were to put 5 other people on stage, nobody's attention is going to be diverted from Erika. She's just incredible to me.
The song itself, yeah, she does use all of those minutes, and the song takes us to different levels, and maybe in a way that Poland, you said it felt a bit messy. It doesn't feel messy for Erika, but it does.
It could
go bigger and bigger and bigger, like a
It does.
firework going off, and the firework does go off on stage on the back of that microphone. But yeah, the song explodes, but not in a way without falling apart.
Yeah. When that tempo picks up at the end and she's screaming and she's like, "I'm coming!" and she's going up into the air, I just feel like the audience is going to absolutely erupt, and just talking about it is getting me so excited. Go Erika and go Finland, because they have really got my top 2, because Kai are Finno-Swedes, so Finland
From
are really...
Manchester to Helsinki,
We love you.
we love you.
So, that's it from us. That is our top 10 of this year. A lot more differences than last year. We argued, we fought, but we've got our own unique perspectives on this content.
I'm really hyped now. I want the next 4 weeks to just disappear. I want to be there.
Go us. smashed it again, and those are our opinions. But now it's time for you to let me know what you think by commenting down below. Sound off, what are your favourites? Do you think we're just silly little gays who love our silly little pop girls once again?
We are silly little gays.
We are. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Let me know down below. All opinions are welcome. So that does bring me to the end of this video. So I'm going to say farewell from me and from Patrick. Any last words?
Subscribe to this man. He needs 1,000 followers. He needs 900 followers, and he needs another 100.
I've already got 900.
He needs another 100 to get to 1,000. He works really hard. He's put all these on the wall. He didn't do that before. It was a blank white wall. Look at him now.
That was really inspiring. Thank you so much.
He works really hard and he knows his stuff.
You heard it from him and you heard it from me. But sending love to all of you out there in Eurovision. Thank you so much for watching, to anyone in Europe. And good night. Love you.